Hi and welcome to Teach Tech Play. This is episode 2 and I'm Eleni Kyritsis, one of the co-hosts of Teach Tech Play. And I'm going to shoot over now to my partner in crime, Michael.
Hi everyone, and thank you for joining us for episode 2 of Teach Tech Play. I have to say we've actually been blown away by all the responses from episode 1. Yeah, it's just overwhelming really.
Yeah, I agree, Michael. I didn't think that we'd have so many people watch it. I think I checked today and we've had over 200 views of episode 1. I'd also like to say to our presenters, it's been amazing with all of their presentations. It's really helped even myself learn things. I know, Anthony, if you're listening tonight, my students are obsessed with Kahoots. They have decided that we have to do it every week. So I feel like I'm learning a lot from everyone as well as part of this. Now, we also have to say a big congratulations to our Play King for episode 1. Unfortunately, it was Michael. So, Michael, what do you have to say about that?
Oh, thank you very much. I guess let's get on with the show, and I won't talk about myself so much this time.
Good idea. Now, for tonight's show, we've made some slight changes. We've decided that we'll try 4 minutes for each presenter. Just with last month's episode, we just found it was slightly short and we didn't quite get through as much. So we're going to try 4 minutes tonight. And we've got some fantastic presenters from around the world today. We've got Bec from Melbourne, Tim Wicks from the Northern Territory in Australia, and we've also got Joe Dale joining us from the UK. So I'll send you over to Bec and you can do a little introduction of who you are.
Hi everyone, I am Bec. I am a primary school leading teacher in the northern suburbs of Melbourne, interested in all things tech and using technology effectively in the classroom, and I am also an Evernote ambassador.
Thank you.
Over to you, Joe.
Hi everyone, hopefully you can hear me okay now. Oh, can everyone? Yeah, okay. So hi, I'm Joe Dale from the UK. So I'm an independent languages consultant. I was a teacher for 13 years teaching French, and since 2009 I've been traveling around the world doing lots of training and speaking at conferences, particularly recently on the use of iPads in language education as well as in education in general. And I'm delighted to be here taking part in this Teach Tech Play program. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. And now I'm going to get Tim, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Tim Wicks. I'm an education consultant based in Australia, and I work with games-based learning, particularly Minecraft in education, and I'm a Google certified teacher and certified trainer as well. Thanks for having me on, by the way. I'm stoked.
No problem, Tim. You're welcome any time. I know you've been doing some fantastic work, which we'll hear about shortly. I'd also like to say I've given up timekeeping for tonight's episode. Michael's going to be timekeeper today, so there won't be any extension on time. I know last episode I was a little bit generous to a couple of, maybe just one person. So for tonight's episode, Michael's taking over timekeeping.
Yep, and so I'll be pretty strict. There's no going over time.
Beautiful. So we might get started. Bec, you're up first tonight, so we'll head over to you.
Okay, let me get my screen up. Be gentle, Michael, with telling me to shut up after 4 minutes. Okay. Okay, can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Good. Okay, so Evernote in the reading block. So students and teachers can both use Evernote at school. Students, of course, if they've got their own Evernote accounts, they need written permission from their parents. At my school, both Year 5, 6 students and their teachers are using Evernote. So most of the things that I'm going to show you tonight are, you know, from that area and that year level. The first couple of things I'm going to talk about is teachers using Evernote, and then I'll get into some examples of what some kids are doing. So we have lesson organisation. So Evernote for me has to be one of the best tools I've come across for lesson planning. You can make use of existing planning documents you have by creating tables in Evernote to suit your needs. As Evernote lets you capture just about anything, you can add text notes, audio notes and images to complete your plans. When searching online for ideas or resources, you can use the web clipper to grab screenshots, whole web pages, bookmarks. So basically, instead of having everything all over the place, you've got it all locked up like in Evernote, one spot, easy access at any time. So another reason why this is so handy is that Evernote is available on multiple devices, so it doesn't matter where you are across your school. Like if you're a teacher that moves around the school a lot or you work in open learning spaces, you've always got your lesson resources ready to go, and there's no need for you to be tethered to a desk. So moving on from just being organised with Evernote, Evernote's also great for delivering some lessons. So basically, if you already have all of your content and resources ready in Evernote, because that's where you've collected it, you can use Evernote presentation mode to deliver content on screens or interactive whiteboards. So no longer do you need to present in other formats. So if you are planning, your lessons already, it's already there. At this point, if your students are using Evernote already, you could create a shared notebook with them so they have access to the documentation and the resources right in front of them rather than just on the screen as well. One-to-one assessment, using Evernote to document your reading conferences with kids. You do that every week, every fortnight across the year. You've got a really good picture of their reading development and progress for a whole year. Okay, so getting on to what some students are doing at my school. So developing accuracy and fluency. So students read aloud and record their reading. They can then team up with a peer and self-assess.
Okay, we seem to have just lost
Bec.
Yes, she was saying that she was having some internet issue earlier, so we might jump back to her as soon as she comes back. But I know I was intrigued with what she was just saying then with how they use Evernote in the class. I'm getting lots of ideas I can take back to my class. So until we find Bec again, I might jump in and present my... Oh, hang on, here she is. We'll just
Play in the class.
Are you there, Bec?
Yes.
Yeah, we slightly lost you.
Oh, where at?
So you were just going through about voice recording.
That one?
So do you want to share your screen again? We've lost it.
Oh, completely. Okay.
That's okay. You've still got 1 minute to go.
What happened?
59 seconds you've got to go.
Oh, come on. Okay. Are we back?
Yes.
Yes, you are.
Okay. Yeah, so recording their reading to develop their accuracy and fluency, get a big picture over a fair bit of time. So if they're doing it, every week or 2 weeks. Vocab, so we've got the inbuilt dictionary highlighting to find unfamiliar words or words that they need to focus on. You can use the post-it note feature, so they write their words, meanings, whatever, synonyms on a post-it note displayed in the classroom, but then use the Evernote post-it note camera to document it in Evernote. So when it takes a picture of it in Evernote, Evernote basically digitizes the note, so everything that's handwritten on the note becomes digital. So if students search for a word, it'll appear in their search. Evernote Peak is another one to look at. So it's like flashcards for Evernote. If you have an iPad with the magnetic smart covers, basically you can put like the word definition, and then the students have to guess what word it is based on the synonyms or definition. If your students, so you can imagine that like over time students are building a repository of everything that they've covered in reading, whether they have completed their reading lesson or activity in Evernote or not. They can take a picture of it, save it in Evernote, which like builds a easily accessible portfolio of their work, documenting and evidencing their learning progress, recommended reading using post-it notes again, and then publishing using Evernote's blogging, well, Pistachio, which is an Evernote blogging platform. which basically means that you can blog straight from Evernote if you have an account. You just publish the notes using tags, and then that's it. Is that my 4 minutes? So if you don't already have an Evernote account, you can sign up using that bit.ly EN referral, which will give you a free month of Evernote Premium. And then on Thursday I'm having an Evernote webinar. If you thought anything I just said was interesting, there will be a bit more of that on Thursday. So thanks.
Thanks for that, Bec. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to this hangout on Thursday to learn more about Evernote. It's something that I've always wanted to get into, but it's so powerful that I just don't know where to start. So might be
it's always a common problem.
Yeah, if you do like an Evernote 101 for me.
Sure, anytime.
Yeah. Done. So up next, we're actually going to have Eleni, and she'll be presenting on Genius Hour.
Perfect. I'll just share my screen. Where is it? Uh-oh, where's it gone? 1 second, guys. Just had a minor technical difficulty. It's closed my window. Sorry, I did have it open. Oh, hang on. No, that's not it. Where's it gone? Sorry, guys. I just had it open a second ago. Here it is. I hope you haven't started my time yet, Michael.
Yep, 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Okay, here we go.
I'll let you start again.
Okay, here. Got it. Okay, can everyone see it?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. Start the time. So today I'm going to speak about Genius Hour. So Genius Hour, if you haven't heard of it, you may have heard of passion projects or 80-20 time. Now, the name Genius Hour is just renamed, revamped. We know in education a lot of things get a new fancy name, and Genius Hour is just another name for 80-20 time or passion projects. It's come also from Google at the moment, from their 80-20 time, where employees have 80% of time to work on work that is designated to do, or 20% they get to choose what they want to work on. So something that has come out of Google's 80-20 time includes Gmail. So that's something pretty cool to introduce to your students. So with Genius Hour, there are many ways you can incorporate this into your classroom. You can speak to numerous presenters or numerous educators, and they'll all have their own sort of take, and that's the great thing about it. You can adapt it for your own class however you like. So in my classroom, it's highly personal. It really develops that inquiry process of what John Hattie, if you haven't heard of John Hattie, he talks about visible learning. I'd recommend you to Google him. He has some fantastic resources for classroom and the inquiry process. It's student directed. The students want to learn. They get to choose what they want to learn. It promotes creativity, and they use ICT. This is a video of my class. I'm not going to show it, but they're all working on their Genius Hour projects. So through my implementation, I follow the 4-step process of question, research, create, and share. So question, the students have to create a question that is non-Googleable. Now, I love to use the Notosh Learning Digital Design Thinking website. It allows students to think about higher order thinking, which the textbook and nor the teacher know the answers, to get them to research something that we actually don't know what the answer is. I think that's a really important thing in education today, that we develop learners for life, not just for today. So getting them to develop their own thinking. My students then need to write a proposal up, and they follow this template. I won't go too far into this. And I do reject this at times if their question isn't suitable. They also do weekly reflections on their Genius Hour projects throughout the term. These are just some ideas of what my students came up with. How do I teach kids about photography? How can we inform primary school children about type 1 diabetes? And there are a few more there. I was blown away by some of the work my students came up with, making ebooks, creating videos. They just continue to blow me away. So once we've created our Genius Hour projects, the students do their research, and then they are to share their projects. So the way we share our projects is through a Google Hangout. So on the picture on the right, you can see That's what it looks like from the classroom. I have a computer set up, and then the left is the presentations. They have 2 minutes to present and share it with the world. Oh, shivers. Okay. And so they gives them a real authentic audience. If you want to check out more, there's on my blog. So this is a view from a couple other schools watching, and they provide real life questions to the students. After their projects, we always get the students to reflect on their learning, and I also ask them for ways to improve. I think that's a really important part of it. Let them decide what needs to improve. They're the ones doing it. These are just some reflections, how much they love it and how they get to choose what they like to do. And where to now? This term, my students are actually working with students from Anthony Speranza. He was on our last show, and they're working on Genius Hour projects through Google Docs. So they've never met the students, but they're working together and figuring out what question and how they're going to present their work. This is some of their work, and I presented on this a couple of weeks ago. So if you'd like to find out more, I've got templates and everything available up on my blog. But yeah, Genius Hour is fantastic. It really allows the students. Okay, I hear the buzzer. It allows the students to just take that inquiry learning process to the next step, where they have a choice in their learning. And yeah, my students continue to blow me away. I would recommend everyone to adapt it. It's just over 1 hour in the classroom each week. So enough of me. My time is up, and I'm handing over to Joe. Now you'll be presenting on App Smash 101. So, when you're ready, Joe?
Yep. Okay, can you see my slides okay?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, fantastic, brilliant. Okay, so I've got 4 minutes to talk about app smashing. So app smashing is essentially, if I just go on to the next page, is essentially the process of using multiple apps in conjunction with one another to complete a final task or project. I heard about this from Greg Kulowick, who coined the expression last year, and I was lucky enough to go to the iPad Summit USA in November in Boston, and I met Greg live. And also Lisa Johnson has been very much associated with this idea when she uses the term app fluency as opposed to app smashing. But I think most people are using the term app smashing now with regards to this. So what is app smashing? It's when you create content with one app, you create content with another app, and then you merge them together. So that is the idea of smashing. So in other words, you're using different apps to add different steps to a process by adding different value to each step. And by doing that, you're allowing the students to personalize their learning and access higher order thinking skills. And then finally, you publish the content to the web, ideally, or you put it into, say, Book Creator, or publish it on Google Drive, or put it on YouTube, that sort of thing. Okay, so one of the key ideas in app smashing is to use the camera roll as the hub. So in other words, you could then, let's say, take some pictures, save it to the camera roll, import it into Pic Collage, turn it into a collage, save that to the camera roll, import that into Telegami as a background, turn that into a video, save that to the camera roll, import that into, say, Animoto, save that to the camera roll, put it into ThingLink, and turn it into a fantastic activity, or use it as a prompt in with Aurasma. So lots of little ideas there, but the camera roll as the hub is one of the key ideas in app smashing. This is a suggestion of an app smash toolkit. So these are apps which work very nicely together, or this idea of app fluency. So knowing the idea that you can pull and push content to the camera roll and out of the camera roll into another app. So I'm not obviously going to go through every single app here, but these are apps which are used a lot by app smashers. I'd also encourage you to go onto Twitter and do a search for app smashing or app smash or one-to-one iPad chat to find good examples of app smashers. Greg Kulowick, who I said already, coined the phrase app smashing. He's done an amazing free book called the iPad Ideas Book, which you can get on the iBook store, and it's got lots of interesting challenges and recipes for using different apps together. Oh, what have I done? Well, let's just go back quickly here. Oh, here we are. Right. Okay. It's not just about Greg. There's also Craig Badura and Adrian de Wolf, who have done these sort of recipes, app smash challenges as well. So I'd encourage you to have a look at those. On the right is where you've got the Word Clouds app with keywords about a certain subject. Put it into Telegami and have it as a background. So you've got this sort of presenter character talking about the keywords in a particular topic area, which I think is fantastic. This is a really nice presentation from Greg himself. talking about the principles of app smashing and how it can be useful, and that's taken from the Boston iPad Summit USA event I mentioned. This is myself with Greg, just to prove I was actually there. I'm the one on the left-hand side there, and I'm 6'1", so you can see how tall Greg must be. We did an App Smash live in April, where this is where I met Michael, and if you want to check it out, you can scan the QR code and listen to lots of people talking about app smashing. This is a Pinterest board which I put together, which is my pride and joy at the moment. Again, the QR code there to link to it. It's got about 215 posts all about app smashing, which you can check out. That'll give you plenty of homework. This is a presentation I gave last week, which is an hour and a half, talking about app smashing in detail. Again, QR code to link to that. And if you want to download the MP3, put a question mark on the end of the URL, otherwise it won't work. So there you go. And this is a webinar I did about the salmon model and ideas of how you can create lessons through the salmon model. Again, if you scan the QR code, you can watch that. It's about an hour presentation. And that's what I wanted to say in just about 4 minutes. So hopefully you enjoyed that, and thanks for listening.
Perfect timing, Joe. I heard the buzzer right then and just as you finished. Now, I actually don't have iPads in my classroom this year since we went one-to-one Chromebooks, but they are available, so I'm definitely going to be borrowing them from other classes and having a go at some of those apps and what you've shared with us. I think it was fantastic, some of the ideas you're sharing. I must say, tonight's show, I've got a lot of new ideas that I want to take back, and we're only just past halfway. So next up, we've got my co-host, Michael, and he will be presenting on a new Google tool that he's found. So, Michael, are you wanting to time yourself? Can I?
Well, if you trust me, then yeah.
Sure, I trust you. Okay, off you go.
I'll just share my screen. Let's have a look. Can you guys see that browser?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I'll start now. So, what I'm going to talk about today is a tool that I found a few weeks ago called Google Keep, and basically the web address for that is keep.google.com. And I actually stumbled across this pretty randomly, but I thought it was such an awesome idea, and I'm probably one of the most disorganized person in the world that this works really well for me. So essentially what it is it's a bunch of sticky notes that you can add on basically any web device. It's a Web 2.0 tool. So, and there is a Chrome app and an Android app as well, which on the Android app, there are a lot more features, which I'll talk about later. With any note, it's just really simple. If you want to add in a note, just type in the title, Teach Tech Play, and just add a note, hello, everyone. And then there's your note. You can also add different pictures, and the cool thing about this is you can actually add a to-do list that you can check off. So if I was to check off an item, automatically it can either disappear or move down to the bottom for you of the list. You can rearrange any list that you've got or notes, and you can also change different settings like the colors if you want to, and you can also add yourself a reminder, which works really well. What I was saying before, if you do have an Android device and you have the app installed through Google Play, you can actually also use a speech recognition software that they've got and add a voice note as well. And what the cool thing about that is it will actually translate the voice that you've got into text, and you can actually see your note with text and also the audio as well. Another cool thing that you can do is if you've got an image that you're adding, it automatically has a character recognition software built into it as well. So it would actually translate that to text. So might give that a shot. Choose the image. Let's see, Teach Tech Play. We'll try this image here. Still got minute 20, so a bit of time. Let's see if this works. Okay. I had a feeling the last time I played with it, you had to use the PDF. So Teach, Tech, Play, episode 2, done. That's a note there. No, it doesn't. You might. Here we go. Grab it, image text, and translate it to a text for you. So, which is pretty cool. I guess I really like this because I'm pretty unorganized, and I usually have sticky notes all around my my computer screen, and this basically saves me sticking all the sticky notes around my screen, and you know, it's all synced to every device. So if I was to do it on my computer, I can then go to my phone and look it up, or I can just open my iPad in my PE class as well. So yeah, it's a pretty cool tool that I found. With 20 seconds to go, I'll stop talking now, and I'm done.
Beautiful. Thank you, Michael. Now, I must say, you are one who I always have to remind to get things done. So hopefully now you can be a little bit more organized, because I know that's something I always tease you about, like, haven't you done this yet? But no, that's a fantastic tool that I think also that you can use it on any device makes it really easy. I'm definitely going to have to look into that. Now we're coming to the end of our show, and we've got our last presenter, Tim Wicks, which I know a lot of people are looking forward to, because I know you're going to be presenting on Minecraft, and Minecraft is something that is becoming quite big in schools. This whole gaming in education, I know, has been a huge shift, and it's really great in engaging students. So I'm not going to talk anymore, Tim. I'm going to send over to you and let Michael know when you want the timer to start.
Thanks, Eleni. Michael, I use Keep all the time, have been using it for 12 months, and the greatest thing about it is the searching. So you can type anything, anywhere, and you can always find it. But that's Keep. So yeah, I'm good to go. Minecraft is a game that's gone ballistic. It's now got well over 50 million players around the world. To drive straight into the educational side of it, it's when I've used it, it's a game, it's a sandbox game, and when I've used it in the classroom, it has an engagement factor that nothing else that I've come across comes even close to. I'm right up there, 95 to 100% of the students that I have engaged in a Minecraft lesson want it and want more and want it all the time. And you know, you were talking before, Eleni, about the passion. Was Eleni? Yeah, about the passion-based learning. Well, it just ties in so beautifully with the Minecraft in education. So engagement is the first thing that really grabbed me about this. If I had a tool that every kid in my class wanted all of the time, I'd have to use it, and that's what got me into it. There's academic possibilities with Minecraft. It just dovetails throughout the curriculum beautifully. If you want to work on history or English or mathematics, any part of the curriculum can be utilised, and that's proven not just with online. You'll find that every aspect, every part of the curriculum can be covered in Minecraft. Not that you'd probably want to cover every aspect, but it can be. You know? I've been working up and down the east coast of Australia and through the centre up to Darwin, and I've been working a lot with homeschool groups. So although I don't know what sort of people what sort of teachers we're going to get on here, but homeschooling is becoming bigger and bigger in Australia, and Minecraft is becoming an important part of it, because parents have found it really difficult to find things for their kids to tap into that just doesn't bore them to death. So I'm finding more and more I'm being called into homeschool groups to help the parents actually learn more about the possibilities of academic outcomes with Minecraft, which are really high. The other thing I really want to mention, and that I'm really lucky to be working in, I worked for 4 years in a special school and ended up as the assistant principal there. And so I've got a lot of experience with kids on the autism spectrum. And what I've found is that Minecraft is just a perfect fit for kids on the spectrum. I do Minecraft camps. These are things I do on the weekends and in school holidays, and it's just for kids. And I'd say at least 30%, if not more, of the kids that attend are on the autism spectrum. Now, the thing about that that's really important is that kids on the spectrum can find it very difficult to communicate, and they very rarely get opportunities to lead or to coach, because most of what they do is not respected by their peers. That's just a fact. But in Minecraft, they can become leaders. They can become experts at what they do, and they can actually lead and coach their peers in the classroom. That's really exciting for parents and teachers of kids on the autism spectrum. and I guess the other thing that I've been really lucky to be able to explore and spend some time in is the leadership factor. In fact, I'm getting called into schools and departments a lot more because they are starting to see how Minecraft can lend itself to scaffolding, leadership and coaching skills for kids. And for teachers, I guess, as well, but particularly for kids. And in all of the camps and the workshops that I do, it has a really strong leadership and coaching core, where kids can start out as coaches, have a coaching skill set that I share with them, and lead them on to other leadership roles with more responsibilities. Also, I guess I should say that the PD that I do in Minecraft, I always work with teachers and kids together. I've found that the best result has been when teachers and kids work together in Minecraft. Sort of grounds the teachers. You don't get the silliness that teachers can have when they're working with no other kids around. I just wanted to also take the opportunity to promote the Using Technology Better conference that I'm a part of in September and October in Sydney and Adelaide. I'm going to be presenting a whole day on Minecraft and education and how we can take it from zero to actually using it in our classroom and reaching some academic outcomes and having some fun with our kids. So thanks a lot. I really appreciate the opportunity. And you can contact me through Twitter, Wicks, @WicksTim, or through my website, thinkfizz.com.au. And I'd love to hear from you. I'd love this conversation. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for that, Tim. And yeah, it's amazing the work that you do up there with Minecraft. And as you were saying, giving students actually opportunities to showcase their work and to actually have a voice as well. It's really amazing. So I think, Eleni, you're going to actually show everyone talk about the voting now?
Yep, so as we have come to the end of the show, it's the best part of the night. It's time for you guys at home to vote. Now, don't stress if you haven't had a chance to watch it or if you want to share Teach Tech Play with your fellow colleagues. It will go up live onto our YouTube channel, so you can watch it from now till Friday. Voting can be found at the bit.ly shortener, bit.ly/TTP, lowercase e2 vote. So Teach Tech Play episode 2 vote. If you follow that there, you can vote for your favourite presenter, and on Friday at 4 p.m. we'll announce the winner. So make sure you do share our web show out with your fellow colleagues. It's a great thing that, you know, everyone can learn from. As educators, we need to remember that everything we do is important, and you might not think that something you're doing is great, or you know, you might think that you need something new in your classroom. So this is just a quick little snapshot that you can explore different things that you can incorporate in your classroom, and would love to hear from others who are watching our show. So even contact us via our Contact Us form on our website. If you've got any other questions or anything, you know where to find us. So Michael, is there anything else that you wanted to say?
Yeah, I just want to quickly thank to our presenters again, Bec, Joe, and Tim, for sharing all your ideas with us. And yeah, as Lenny said, you know, it's just really amazing to be able to talk to people around the world and seeing all the cool things that they are doing in education, and to share ideas and learn from each other. So, and just meet new people as well. Yeah, it's really amazing.
Yeah, I know I've met heaps of educators that I didn't know about, and lots of different things that I've been able to take into my classroom. And just another quick mention, Bec is hosting an Evernote hangout on Thursday night. Bec will tweet out that later if anyone would like to join Bec in learning more about Evernote. I know she's been working really hard for Thursday night. But otherwise, we will be seeing you all next month. And yeah, if you have any questions or anything, make sure you shoot them through to either Mike or myself or via our website. Would love to hear from you. So that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you for tuning in to episode 2. And we look forward to seeing a lot more people in episode 3. And thank you to all our presenters again. And next month, we've got some fantastic presenters, a lot of worldwide presenters joining us, so that's something to look forward to. We'll tweet out who they are on Friday. So thanks, everyone. See you later.